Muy bien, Jimenez. Fantastic performance from Wolves. Wolves 3, West Ham United 0. The most complete performance, I think, by a Wolves team in the Premier League. We showed from start to finish that we were a class above West Ham. I was quite disappointed, in fact, with West Ham. I was actually dreading the game today. I thought that West Ham were going to be better than us. I thought that the Arnautovic factor, that he was coming back into the team, was going to be the difference. But it actually seemed as if him being away from the team and his head not being in the right place, I think, disrupted the team quite a lot. They really were lacking in midfield. I think Pellegrini made a mistake as well, taking off Mark Noble for Andy Carroll at one point and throwing an extra man up top, but they didn't have any creativity in midfield to get the ball forward. That being said, for how bad West Ham were, Wolves were very, very good. I felt that we controlled the midfield, and I thought that was the most important part of the game. Moutinho, Dendoncker and Neves all having really, really solid 7 out of 10 games, a lot of them. Neves' passing is back to his best, and that's, I think, I've mentioned it a few times now, but Dendoncker is getting the best out of Neves. It's no coincidence that this run of form has coincided with Dendoncker coming into the team and Moutinho playing that little bit further forward. I thought Jota and Jimenez again up front, superb. Really, really good movement between the two of them. And Jimenez's second goal was very similar to the hat-trick goal for Jota last week, where they were running through together, and then this time Jota picked out Jimenez, and very, very good finish for that third goal. But it took Wolves a long time to break West Ham. West Ham were quite organised in the first half, 2 banks of 4. Difficult for Wolves to get through in the first half, and the Wolves had to be very, very patient with their build-up play. But they carried on going, they kept on going, they kept being patient, and eventually, through a Romain Saiss header, and Saiss, of course, coming in for not a lot of criticism, but a lot of questioning, and whether or not he'll be starting in the Everton game, because Bolly, of course, will be back from suspension. That remains to be seen, if you pardon the pun. But I think he did quite well today. I don't think he was really threatened that much. As I said, disappointed from West Ham up front. One standout play for West Ham, though, has to be the goalkeeper, Fabianski. Obviously, we've seen him for a long time now in the Premier League with Swansea and West Ham, but he single-handedly kept them in the game. A number of really top-class saves from chances that Wolves had today. And then the game changed a little bit. We were already 1-0 up at the time, but I think it may have affected him. He had a bit of a knock. Couldn't quite tell what it was, whether a dislocated finger or a broken finger, something like that, or a shoulder injury. I couldn't tell what it was, but it was from Matt Doherty sliding in on him at one point. And he wasn't quite the same from that moment on, and that's when we took the other 2 chances. A notable mention as well for Johnny. I thought he was absolutely superb today on the left back position, really working hard. Took a lot of kicking from Antonio, but kept on getting back up, kept challenging. And a chance today for the first time this season for Wolves to sign up both Jimenez and Johnny. I've no doubt that they're 2 top quality players, and Jimenez in particular, I don't think we've had a striker of his quality. In fact, I would go as far as to say, outside of the top 6, I think that Jimenez is the best striker in the Premier League at the moment. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comments section down below. Patricio had absolutely nothing to do, but it was really, really good for Wolves to get a clean sheet. First for a while, can't quite remember when the last one was, but it's certainly been quite a while since we've done that. We've also made up the ground that we lost in terms of goal difference on the Man City game, so that's quite pleasing for all you goal difference fans. I thought as well the crowd were really good today. I think with it being a midweek fixture, disappointing on Saturday, and but the Steve Bull upper in particular really, really kept the crowd going. The South Bank I thought was superb. The best atmosphere. Although the start of the game was very odd. The fireworks and stuff seemed to be less than previous games. There seemed to be a sort of malfunction at one point, as well as one firework seemed to hit the top of the Steve Bull and a few sparks came down. I don't think anybody was hurt in that, but there was no hi-ho silver lining at all. I think that's an interesting point, whether Wolves are stopping doing that, but the build-up seriously lacked something today, but anyway, didn't affect the team at all. What was really pleasing as well for me is that Wolves didn't stop at 2-0. We saw quite a few times last season where Wolves got 2-0 up, against teams that they should be beating, and then just sat back and we're happy to win 2-0. But even in extra time or additional time, they brought on Cavaleiro and Gibbs White and Vinagre and looked to try and get a fourth or even more. But fantastic performance, a complete performance, and Wolves in 8th place, I think, or 7th place at the moment, but everybody else hasn't played yet. That those fixtures will be finished tomorrow, and we'll be able to see where we are before another big game against another team in this little mini league, which we're doing quite well in. There's 2 consecutive wins in this little run now, which goes up to sort of start of March when we play Cardiff. That's the last game in this run of decent fixtures, and hopefully we can keep on picking up the points. I think we've got probably one more win to absolutely guarantee safety, but that's not even a goal really for us anymore. I think we need to be looking at about 50 points. That'd be tremendous. Also, final thank you to the gentleman that I met before the game who bought me a bottle of Coke for doing these videos. Thank you very much. I hope you've had a safe journey back to South Wales, and hopefully we'll see you again. But everybody else, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.